Hi, Mark here, and the Devil's Playground comes back into play tonight. This is the AY versus WWE predictions for tonight's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view live on WWE Network. For my predictions, the usual AY versus WWE rules count. 4 matches is a draw, anything above that is a win, anything below that is a loss. And if I do end up with 3 or less with a loss, then I'm going to be putting money into my work and buying some wax, because I'll be waxing my legs. That is my forfeit should I suffer a loss tonight. So the first match on predictions is the pre-show match. It's Cedric Alexander, Lince Dorado and Sin Cara versus Tony Nese, Drew Gulak and Ariya Daivari. It's a cruiserweight 6-man tag match. Let's be fair, it's just going to be a case of cruiserweight shenanigans. Let's get everybody on the show sort of thing. I'm going to take the face team Cedric Alexander, Dorado, Sin Cara as your winners for that one. The first of the 2 women's matches odds on will be Bayley versus Dana Brooke. I'm going to have to say I'm taking Dana Brooke in this one. As much huggable as Bayley is and all that, and as much help that Bayley was giving Sasha the Women's Championship a few weeks ago on Raw, it is likely going to be a case of Dana Brooke needs the win. Bayley really doesn't. It is going to lead to something further, but I'm taking Dana for the win. Next we have Colin Cassidy and Enzo Amore versus The Club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Enzo and Kaz. I think they're brilliant. They haven't quite jumped the shark just yet, unlike the New Day. I'll get to that in a minute. However, I do think The Club needs the win tonight. As much smack talking as Enzo Amore can do, as much throwing about that Colin Cassidy can do, let's be fair, The Club need to start getting the heel heat back in. They need to start kicking asses, taking names. I am taking The Club for the win tonight. Next we have the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. TJ Perkins defending against the Brian Kendrick. And I think this might actually be the first title change of the night. Brian Kendrick deserves it. Brian Kendrick might be the heel in this one, but he needs a win. He needs to actually have something like this going for him. I like TJ Perkins. Obviously the backstory is a big thing for WWE. They are plugging it with nothing else, but it's getting a bit excessive now. I think Brian Kendrick will actually walk away. It'll be a sliced bread number 2, walking away with the big purple belt. Raw's Tag Team Championship will be defended when the New Day take on the team of Cesaro and Sheamus. Now, the New Day really have jumped the shark. Everything they've done, especially as champions, especially given the fact they've been champions for well over a year now, unless WWE are actually hinting for let's beat Demolition's record, they really need to freshen up Raw's Tag Team division. This might be unpopular. I'm thinking Cesaro Sheamus takes it. They're not ready for it as a team, but I think they will take it. The New Day will be better chasing Cesaro and Sheamus going forward, especially at Survivor Series, so that's why I'm taking the challengers to win tonight. So on to the triple main event. Of course, 3 Hell in a Cell matches on tonight. First time since 2009 that's happened. First one likely will be the US Championship between Roman Reigns and Rusev. Now, at first I would have said Rusev to regain the championship. However, I'm actually changing that. I'm taking Roman Reigns to retain tonight. I don't know, there's just something. They're doing they're trying to build Roman Reigns up again, make him be that unstoppable force. And I think this is what they should have done before they pushed him to the world title scene. They really should have, but unfortunately I think that Rusev's going to take the loss again. Roman Reigns has the win in the cell before. He's been in there, and obviously Lana's not going to be in the cell. I think that Roman is going to eke the win out. I just see this being a retention now. Yeah, no, Roman to take it. Roman to win tonight. The second of the 3 Hell in a Cell matches will see Seth Rollins, the Architect, challenging for Kevin Owens' WWE Universal Championship. Now, I am loving this feud. I'm loving Chris Jericho being involved in this feud as well, the bromance between KO and Y2J. I'm loving the fact that Seth Rollins, although he is as close to face as you will go, he's still doing the tweener thing. It's actually perfect for his attitude. It's perfect for everything he's doing. However, I still don't see him winning the championship tonight. I see KO retaining, mostly because I can see a KO Y2J rivalry, especially running up to Survivor Series. There's going to be some sort of shenanigans. Chris Jericho will get involved, almost guarantee it. KO to retain the Universal Championship tonight. And last but not least, history will be made as Sasha Banks defends the Raw Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair inside Hell in a Cell. The very first time that a women's match will be contested within the Devil's Playground. I am looking forward to this because the animosity is there, the rivalry is there, it's been there since NXT, and I must admit, I see Sasha retaining. I think this is going to go the direction that Sasha will beat Charlotte. It's the monkey on her back, as it were. It will lead to a different feud after Survivor Series. Whether or not maybe say they bring in someone, say a la why Mickie James is challenging Asuka down in NXT in Toronto. But I do see Sasha beating Charlotte tonight. So that's my prediction, Sasha to win. So there is my predictions for Hell in a Cell tonight. Of course, the pre-show will start WWE Network, YouTube, etc. at 12. The full show, 1 o'clock our time on the WWE Network. And I think it's also on Sky Sports Box Office as well. Unfortunately, I'll not be able to do any live tweets. Work commitments, I will not be watching it live. However, I will tweet, etc. my reactions to the show tomorrow at some point, and I'll have a reactions video up over the course of the next couple of days. But by the looks of things, it's probably going to be one of Raw's best shows anyway. It's a stacked card. It actually on paper looks even better than say Clash of Champions did. It kind of petered out, and hopefully this won't, but fingers crossed, it does look like the one, and especially given you've got the entire history, the historic Hell in a Cell match between Sasha Banks and Charlotte. It's going to be a good night, hopefully. Fingers crossed. My name's Mark. This has been the AY versus WWE predictions. Catch you soon.